Let's start our prayer with the recitation of 3 times Om and then the other shlokas. Let's sit straight and begin. Om. Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Salutations to the divine in all beings. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat, Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru is the creator, Brahma. Guru is the preserver, Vishnu. Guru is the transformer, Maheshwara. Guru is the absolute Lord himself, within creation and beyond. Salutations to that Sri Guru, the most auspicious, who removes the ignorance of samsara. Narayana Samarambam, Shankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmadacharya Paryantam, Vande Guru Paramparam, Sadashiva Samarambam, Shankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmadacharya Paryantam, Vande Guru Paramparam. Beginning with Narayana, through Adi Shankaracharya in between, and up to my own preceptor, I bow with reverence to the entire tradition of preceptors. Beginning with Sadashiva, through Adi Shankaracharya in between, and up to my own preceptor, I bow with reverence to the entire tradition of preceptors. Dhyana Moolam Gurur Murtihi, Puja Moolam Guru Padam, Mantra Moolam Gurur Vakyam, Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. The root of meditation is the form of the Guru. The root of worship is the feet of the Guru. The root of mantra is the word of the Guru. The root of liberation is the grace of the Guru. Shri Guru is the root of salvation. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitor Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om, the one pervading all 3 spaces, earth, space and beyond. I meditate upon that divine light, the one who is source of light to the sun, and may that light awaken my intellect. I welcome you all for today's Gita Satsang. Hari Om. So today, as Saravanan-ji has already given you a brief about how to do the stomach breathing, we will do do it again, so that we are very well good in doing it, because that is how we have to going forward. It's better that we do the breathing that way, because we keep doing shallow breathing, and in order to correct our breathing, we can follow this breathing. Sir, can you share that?
Yes, yes. 1 minute. Yeah, I'll share.
The next slide, sir. Yeah, if we look at this, we all do breathing, but the breathing, what we do is very shallow. The important part of our life, in order to have an energized body, is our prana shakti. So for the prana shakti, what we do, the breathing, what we do is very shallow, and in turn, we don't get the oxygen fully inside our body. So if you look at the slide here, you inhale. When you inhale, your stomach becomes like a balloon. So as you inhale, the stomach protrudes out and it goes all the way down. You have to inhale first from the bottom and in the middle and then in the top. The glass which is given on the right hand side says when we fill the water in a cup, the water gets filled from the bottom and then to the top. The same way, we have to inhale all the way to the bottom and then in the middle and then in the upper part. And same way, when we exhale, where when we drink water, the top part gets emptied first. So the same way, when we exhale, the top part gets empty, then the middle, then the bottom. So that way, we will be able to breathe fully. So this practice will help us in our prana shakti and in keeping our energy level high throughout our day. So how many times can we do in a day? Any number of times, whenever we feel like we can do. But minimum, it would be like at least 3 times a day. If we do to start with, it will help us in our daily breathing. And that way, it energizes our body. So we will do a small experiment today, like probably we can time, say for 5 minutes, we can time how much we do the inhale and exhale. We are one count, which is inhale and exhale. We will count that as one, and then time it for a minute, and then we'll see how it goes. Are we all ready?
Yeah, so you're going to call out when we can start and when we can stop?
Yes, yeah.
All right.
Are we ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me time it 1 second. Yeah, we'll start. When this cycle is done, let's stop. Yeah, we'll stop. So are we able to do it? Inhale all the way in and exhale all the way out?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay, yeah. Now I will do it for more time so that we can count how much we are able to do the inhalation and the exhalation. Okay.
So you want
now
us
let's
do you want us to do it stomach breathing and count? Is that what
yes
you're asking us?
the stomach breathing. Let's do it for 5 minutes. I will say start and then I will say stop. So then we will see how much we are able to do during that 5-minute time.
Okay.
Let's do the stomach breathing. Yeah, we will check if we are able to do it for 5 minutes. Let's start. Let's stop once this cycle of exhalation is done. Are we all done? Yeah. Can we see what is the count, Rajashekar ji?
I think around 18 to 20, ma'am.
Okay. Isha ji?
Oh, sorry. 24. I put video instead. 24.
Okay. Ravi ji?
Around 20, I think. Yeah, approximately. I
Okay.
didn't track.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. Rupa ji?
Shubhaji, I joined 5 minutes ago, so
Okay. And yeah.
Hari Om Shubhaji.
Hari Om Rupa ji.
Hari Om everyone.
Shubhaji.
Hari Om Shilpakala ji. Hari Om everyone. Yeah. So let's keep this count. Now, let me do the exercise again. Let's see if there is any variation in this count. So we will inhale all the way down and exhale all the way out. Okay. The same process again. Let's see if there is any change. Again, I'll say start and then I'll say stop. Okay. Yeah. We'll start. Please keep the count. you can stop once your cycle of exhalation is done. Everyone is done? Rajashekar ji, how much was the count this time?
17, ma'am.
Isha ji?
I got 29.
Ravi ji?
I could do it in 9.
Okay. Rupa ji?
24, Shubhaji.
Shilpakala ji?
Shubhaji 13.
Okay. Sir, your count.
About 12 to 14. We also have Ashwini ji who joined.
Okay. Yeah, Ashwini ji, you were able to do?
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Actually, I just joined.
Okay, no issues. Yeah, no issues. So as we can see from the first cycle to this cycle, there is a change in our count. So that shows that our breathing is getting better. And when we do consciously the stomach breathing, the inhalation and exhalation process becomes full. We inhale all the way in and we exhale all the way out. That is when we can see the benefits of doing this stomach breathing. So the next slide. So this benefits, if you see, anyone was able to feel energized?
Yes, ma'am.
Was it calming too?
Yes.
Okay. So this, when we do on a daily basis, it's better that we do whenever we find time, but at least for our own body and for ourselves, if we do it whenever we feel it is possible, it energizes our body and it removes toxins, it calms the mind, and it improves our overall well-being. And was anybody able to notice that you inhale, but the exhalation is much more than the inhalation?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is a kind of removing toxins also. So we may not be able to say right now what exactly it will help in removing toxins, but over a period of time, we will be able to make out that our bodily toxins are getting removed by doing this stomach breathing. So can we all do it every day? Can we do this for ourselves?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So if we look at it, the benefits, if we practice it every day, at least to start with, let's practice at least 3 times a day. Otherwise, whenever you feel like if you are sitting in your office chair and you as soon as you feel, you can start doing it. But it's better that we do it when the stomach is not full, otherwise we may get sleepy. So let's avoid doing it when our stomach is full. Otherwise, it's fine that you do it at any time of the day. And anybody has any questions? Were you all able to do it easily?
Yep.
Yeah. Shall we move on to the next section? Okay. So today we are going to recite the Gita Dhyana Shloka-2. Namostu te Vyasa vishala buddhe pullaravinda yatapatra netra yena tvaya bharata thaila purnaha prajvalito jnanamaya pradipaha. Salutations, O Vyasa, the author, one with a great intellect, with eyes like the lotus in full bloom, through whom the lamp of light is filled with oil of knowledge. So here, in this Gita Dhyana Shloka, it's a salutation to the author of this great epic, Mahabharata. So can anybody say what exactly the shloka means? Anybody wants to go first?
So you can consider questions like, when you read this shloka, what comes to your mind? Then what is the significance of this shloka with respect to your understanding of Bhagavad Gita itself? Why are we even talking about Vyasa when our focus is on the author, and about his features when our focus is on Bhagavad Gita? So like that, you can consider questions and come out with your views. You can call out different names, Shubhaji.
Yeah. Rajashekharji, you want to go first?
I think the one thing what is coming to my mind is somebody making that beginning by giving some references. So I didn't understand the exact meaning, but the way you read and then you mentioned, someone started by sharing that knowledge. So I think that's something which is coming to my mind for now.
Okay. Ashwini ji?
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
What I understand from this shloka is, before starting the Bhagavad Gita, let us salute, or we should do pranams to the writer of Mahabharata, who is Ved Vyas, who is very intellectual, and who is very intelligent, and the embodiment of knowledge of Vedas, and we are starting our Bhagavad Gita contemplation. So we are saluting him because he is the writer of Mahabharata, and through him we will get the knowledge of ocean. We will understand some knowledge from him. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. Isha ji?
What I understood is like first we are thanking Vyasa Munivar for writing such a nice story which we can learn from, and which will broaden our thought. Vishala means, I feel, opposite of narrow, so which will broaden our thought, and everything we see after learning Gita, we'll get a new meaning to whatever we are seeing and doing in everyday's life. We will relate to it in a different way.
Yeah. Raviji, you want to share?
Yeah, I mean, I think the divine light and
You don't read from
the divine, especially the lamp of, on those lines, and then probably, that's it. I think I probably will listen to you and then understand more.
Yeah. Okay. Rupaji?
Yeah, Shubhaji. We are offering respects to the author of Mahabharata, Vedavyasa Maharshi, and he's being praised here as a great intellectual. And other than Mahabharata, also he has written many other texts. So his knowledge about scriptures is being praised here. So the knowledge and wisdom he has is taken as the oil in the lamp, which whose light will bring light to anyone's life. Yeah, that is all.
Shilpakalaji?
Shubhaji, here we are paying salutations to Ved Vyasa, who is the writer of Mahabharata, Gita, and with his knowledge, it will, guide us on this path, which we will, when as we move along in towards Gita, while studying Gita, and that's all, Subhaji.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Shubhaji.
Okay. Here, what the shloka says is that I bow to Vyasa for his profound understanding, because he's a great intellect, and the eyes of Vyasa is described as a lotus which is in full bloom, and he has lit the lamp of wisdom with the oil called Mahabharata. That's what is described in this shloka. Vijayji, can you elaborate on this, please?
Sure, Shubhaji. So, let us first of all understand Veda Vyasa. His name itself is Veda Vyasa. What is his contribution? He is the one who organized the Vedas into what we know today as 4 Vedas, Chatur Veda. So, the Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharva Veda. So that organization was one of his greatest contribution. Then he is the author of Mahabharata, and of course within it, Bhagavad Gita. And Mahabharata is considered as the greatest epic. And Bhagavad Gita is considered as the essence of the spiritual knowledge. Not only that, he also is the author of many Puranas. So we need to understand what is the impact of that contribution. See, any particular civilization or any particular society is defined by the fundamental values and the fundamental ethos that the society is connected with. What is that binds somebody who is speaking Hindi somewhere in, say, Uttar Pradesh, and somebody who is speaking, say, Tamil in Tamil Nadu, or some other language? They wear different dress, they eat different food, the way they dress up is different, and the way they organize their home is different. But what is that is connecting people? What is that connection? You go to a country, say for example, like America. Everybody speaks English. If you've seen one particular city of America, you've seen all other cities, because most of the cities have the same repetitive pattern. There is a downtown, there is a suburb. So like that, there is a consistency. They're connected by language, they're connected by the food habits, they're connected by how they behave. Everything is similar. India is not at all like that. Is a land of diversity. You will maybe even every kilometer or half a kilometer, you will find different way of speech, different way of eating. But what is that connects all of us? So this foundational knowledge is what is the greatest contribution of India to the entire world itself, to the humanity itself, which is the realization of the existence, the oneness of the existence. This is a deep inner experience. It is not an intellectual knowledge, in the sense that it is not about, okay, do you know that there is a place called Mount Everest? Yeah, I know. How do you know? I have read about it. Where? In a book. So it's an information that is there. Whereas this oneness is not an information. It is a deep inner experience. Much like if I ask you, do you know the taste of mango? Only when you have eaten the mango, you would say, yeah, I know the taste of mango. It's a nice fruit. Describe it. It's sweet, it is good. That's all we can say. But the clarity of the experience is there because you've eaten the mango. Like that, this spiritual oneness, though we may seem different, is the deepest truth of this existence. This truth, when someone realizes, how do they live? So that is what is depicted through the eyes of Veda Vyasa. So why is that his eyes are being connected to lotus in full bloom? What is a lotus in full bloom? We all would have seen the lotus. And in full bloom means it is so wide. It is so nice to look at. What is the environment in which lotus usually blooms? Usually some kind of a muddy area. But look at the lotus, even in such a muddy area, it is in full bloom. So the full bloom here is that spiritual oneness that is a deeper inner experience of Vedavyasa Maharshi. So that deep inner experience of oneness, much like when you're eating food, you're not counting, I'm eating it for my little finger or my forefinger or for my leg. You don't count like that. You simply consume because it is going to nourish the whole body. In a similar way, the one who realizes this deep inner experience doesn't see a difference between me and you, doesn't see a difference between me and that tree, doesn't see a difference between me and that animal. Though in the outside view, there is a difference, but deep within, there is a connection that binds. Like how the mother and the baby look different. From outside, they're two. But what binds them? There's a deep sense of belongingness, care, and love that connects them. Like that, Vedavyasa Maharshi is a fully realized one. And out of that realization comes deep compassion. And from that compassion, they do what they do. In order to create all this monumental work, think of the time it takes. So, for example, Sri Prabhuji, who is the founder of Light of the Self Foundation, he has given talks on various topics of Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, so on and so forth. And the other day we were just simply looking at the amount of work that is out there. He has given speeches in about some 9,000 plus, 10,000 plus talks. All of them are available openly and freely in YouTube. As we go into the Gita contemplation, you'll also be listening to many of the talks through which you'll also be contemplating. So now 10,000 talks. The other day we did a simple back of the envelope calculation. It amounts to, if one were to just simply sit and listen continuously, it amounts to about 3 years worth of talk. 3+ years, yeah, just to listen. Now, imagine in order to speak like that, what kind of a background work that is necessary? Now think of contribution of Vedavyasa Maharshi. 4 Vedas. Vedas are not ordinary subjects. They have Karma Kanda, which contains all kinds of material knowledge. You will find physics, chemistry, biology, astronomy, Natya Shastra, architecture, so on and so forth. You know, it's a wonderful collection of all kinds of knowledge that the human beings have ever created. So there is all these kinds of things. And then there is Jnana Kanda, which is the essence of the knowledge, the Upanishads. Upanishads are the essence of the knowledge of the Vedas. So these are the 2 main ways of looking at any Veda, Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda. Now to organize 4 such Vedas, and then Mahabharata, then Bhagavad Gita, then all these Puranas. And he is also the author of, it is said, Brahma Sutras. So which is the knowledge system in India, the spiritual knowledge system in India has become systematically organized through his effort. It is because of his effort, just like how we go to 1st grade, 2nd grade, and then 5th grade, and then 10th grade. So there's a systematic organization of how we learn. That's how we progress towards college and whatever the subject of field that we are interested in, isn't it? Like that, even spiritual knowledge, we cannot just simply jump into something and understand it without the right context, right progression. So how to organize that? This is the greatest contribution of Vedavyasa Maharshi. So in fact, the Guru Purnima that we all celebrate is in honor of Sri Vedavyasa Maharshi and the Guru Parampara, the lineage of the Gurus, who in an unbroken way have brought this knowledge. Look at the wonderful nature of this. It is probably in the last few thousand years that the writing was invented. But the Indian knowledge system has been there even before that. I will be sharing few videos. You can also go through them. There is one scientist who has taken the knowledge of the archaeology, the knowledge of the stars, that is the astronomy, and various references that you find in Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Vedas in terms of, for example, when was Rama born? There is a particular reference that Valmiki Maharshi gives about the star and other constellations at the time of birth of Rama. So using all such information, he has tried to identify how old Ramayana could be, how old Mahabharata could be. So his rough estimate is Vedas, extremely difficult to put a particular timeline from a modern archaeology standpoint, but must be at least some 20,000 plus years old. So like that, when you look at the vast knowledge and it's flowing in an unbroken way, and the credit goes to how systematically Vedavasa Maharshi organized it and he made it into a system of study. So that is the greatest contribution. Today, you and I are able to assimilate that in a simple way because of this yeoman service that Vedavasa Maharshi and so many other countless gurus, many of whose name we may not even know, but in an unbroken tradition. And none of them did it for the sake of the name. You go to Vedas, you go to any of Upanishads, who is the author? Unknown. It is not unknown because we could not systematically record it. It is unknown because the great master, who is the creator of that Upanishad, or through whom the Upanishad came, did not feel it is necessary to put his or her name. Why? Because the person is not the creator. So in that sense, Veda Vyasa. Vyasa means what? In a circle, it's the diameter. The diameter means what? It's the longest line. From this point to this point, the maximum length. So his inner vision, his inner experience of life is broad to encompass everyone. So in one sense, though you may be seeing some picture and someone sitting and blessing, nobody really has a real picture of this great being. So one who has fully blossomed, one who has no more me and you kind of a distinction. And that's why his eyes are in full bloom. Why eyes? Why eyes are being referred here? Eyes is the window to the heart. You all look at, how you look at others. When you're looking at others, when you're talking to others, what is that you naturally notice? You most naturally notice their eyes. Usually the triangle, it's called as a triangle, eyes to the mouth. This is where most of us focus our attention when we're looking at others. And it is through their eyes that immediately we know, are they happy, are they sad, are they worried, are they lying? So many emotions we can detect. So the eyes is the window to the heart. And the eye is in full bloom, like a small baby. Look at a small baby, look at a small child. When you look at the eyes of a small child, you will see the same. It's blooming, it's glistening, it's open, wide open. It doesn't have a judgment when it is smiling. So that is the inner experience of this great being. And through that, he has given us this great Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita, which is the knowledge which is going to create the light within us. Like we started, we will be ending with the prayer, no? Asatoma Sadgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Tamas means the darkness of the ignorance. When I do not know some subject, let's say I'm feeling hungry. If I don't know how to find my food or how to make my food, it causes so much of disturbance. Simple hunger. Now think of worry, anxiety, stress. all these other emotions that all of us go through due to various situations and circumstances in life. How to really come out of this worry, anxiety, stress kind of an ignorance? That knowledge must be even more great than the knowledge about how to remove my physical hunger. That knowledge, that jnana, that is what the contribution through Bhagavad Gita and the unbroken tradition of all the great gurus. So therefore, it is very apt that through Vedavyasa, as an embodiment, as a symbol, through him, here we are offering our respects and pranam and gratitude to the entire tradition. So many gurus, how it has been protected. There has been so much of onslaught of so many invaders also. But look at the way it has been protected. And today it is reviving through all of us. All of us, all of you are the carriers of this light. So may this light spread through each one of you to many more. And one of the vision of Prabhuji is Ghar Ghar Gurukul, Man Man Mandir. Ghar Ghar Gurukul means every house should become a living shrine. Ashram is not a place. Ashram is ashrama, where you are at ease. And when you are at ease, that place is wonderful, like a temple. So may all the houses be like that ashram. May all the hearts, Man Man Mandir, may all the hearts be the living embodiment of that divine light. So that is the spirit with which even our Gita study circle and all the other initiatives in Light Out of Self is running. So may we all realize this great knowledge and take it deep into our heart and take it forward to all others in our lives. Thank you, Shubhaji. Any questions or any clarifications anybody needs? Or any statements that you want to make?
Sir, I have a question. Yeah,
Yes, Rajshekharji.
You mentioned about the oneness. Maybe we haven't yet reached those slokas or stages where this message is conveyed to Vyasa. So far, all we know is him bringing up all the Vedas together and then being the author of Mahabharata. So where exactly the message of oneness is coming from?
Yeah. So that is where the reference to the eye is like the lotus in full bloom. In our Indian spiritual writing, so there's a lot of symbology. So there is a outer layer of meaning, and there is a which is okay. So the eyes are like full bloom. Okay, so why is the eyes being referred to as a lotus in full bloom? Oh, okay, maybe his eyes were wide. Okay. So like that, at the surface level, there is one. But what really brings the eyes to full bloom? Very naturally, when you see life, when someone is sad, you can notice the eyes are droopy, eyes are half, very sad, downward looking. When the eyes are in full bloom, like a small baby, when is it? When there is no inhibition in the mind. When there is no inhibition in the mind, how is it? That is the spirit of oneness. And that is what our study, as we go further, we'll be seeing it. So through that eyes like the lotus in full bloom, you can start contemplating on, okay, how can the eyes be in full bloom? And that too like a lotus. Why the lotus? So this is the reference, Rajshekharji.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Ashwiniji, did you also have something to say?
Hari Om. I just wanted to contribute one thing. In Marathi, diameter is called Vyas. The understanding of why it is called Vyas, now I got it.
Oh, excellent. Even in Kannada, it is called Vyasa only.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Isha ji, Ravi ji, any points to add?
No, sir.
Excellent. Rupa ji, Shilpakala ji?
No, sir.
Wonderful. Shubha ji, anything more from your side?
No, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So now that we have another almost 30 minutes, should we take up the next Dhyana Shloka, or should we stop here? How do everybody feels like? Rajshekhar ji, Isha ji, Ravi ji, Ashwini ji, what is your feeling?
We can go one more, sir, in case all are okay.
I'm okay, sir. My only question is whether we'll be able to, if we're able to complete that in 30 minutes, fine.
That is also there. Depends upon how deep we go.
Yes.
Okay, so we can do one thing, Shubhaji.
Yeah.
We can chant that shloka and do the contemplation in the next session. So
Yes.
that way, as you through the week itself, you can start looking into. So look at the understanding the shlokas in multiple layers. At the surface layer, okay, there is a outward meaning. Okay, here, for example, in this shloka, the one that we just now contemplated, there is a Vyasa and his eyes are being referred, and there is a reference to light filled with oil of knowledge. So like there's some references, what it may mean, like that, okay, why the eyes are being referred. So like that, when you start looking into aspects in the shloka, great intellect, why is the intellect being referred here? So like that, as you pay attention to parts, you may start seeing connections. So let that happen through the week, this week. Yeah. And next week when we meet, next Saturday when we meet, we will go deeper through each one's understanding.
Yeah.
So we can chant the shloka.
Yeah.
And we can, so maybe we can also do one more thing, Shubhaji, while chanting. Anyway, we have some more time.
Yeah.
So if someone is interested, they can chant after you.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Because Sanskrita has a wonderful effect. In another session, we will understand it a little more deeply. But chanting Sanskrita as is a science by itself. So Sanskrita itself means it's a well-constructed language. We will understand this aspect in another session. But learning to chant is a very important activity. I'll just show you one small video, and then we will come back to this chanting.
Yeah.
I just felt, it's very appropriate. It's a wonderful video that I received yesterday. I'll share my screen. Is it visible? Is the screen visible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So let's just see this video and then we will discuss this.
Vaishvadevo Vaishvadevah Dhargo Dhanno Dhanmo Dharmah Dhargo Dhanno Vaishvadevo Vaishvadevah Dhargo Dhanno Dharmah Vaishvadeva iti Vaishvadevah Dhargo Dhanno Dhanmo Dharmah Dhargo Dhanna Dhargo Dhanno Dharmah Pravritta Pravritto Dharmah Dhargo Dhanna Dhargo Dhanno Dharmah Pravritta Dhargo Dhanna iti Samma Sanna Dharmah Pravritta Pravritto Dharmo Dharmah Pravrittaste Yastena Pravritto Dharmo Dharmah Pravrittaste Pravrittaste Yastena Pravitta Pravrittaste Yastena
Okay. So what did you notice? What did you notice in this video?
I think the child is, subconsciously learning, by hearing. It's just, it's with him wherever he goes. It's not that the baby doesn't need to sit in front and do it in a proper way. No, it's just like he feels nice. I feel it has got into him.
Whatever the feeling of that has got into him. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Very nice. Very nice point. Any other view? Yeah, Rupaji.
He is aping the elders.
Yeah.
But that sanskara must be there in him from the past life only. That is what I felt.
That is what you felt. Okay, very nice. So there must be some kind of samskara, impressions that he's carrying forward. Very nice. Any other views? Yes,
What I have understood, what I have observed is the child is repeating the act of the elderly people. So we can say all kids repeat the actions what the elderly people are doing.
Certainly. We all learn by imitation. Monkey see, monkey do.
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. Very nice. Wonderful. So when you look at it, with reference to why I showed that, with reference to chanting is a science, especially Sanskrit chanting is a science which as we go along, you will see has many, many benefits. So when we learn something in life, how does it become impregnated? I told you earlier during the contemplation of the previous shloka that it was probably in the last few thousand years that the writing was invented or discovered, whichever way you want to look at it. But earlier to that, how it was being transmitted?
Guru Shishya.
And how, through Guru Shishya, how it was being transmitted? Shruti.
Shravanam.
Shruti and Shravana, right? Listening. So the greatest way by which we all learn is by sound. Even the modern science has said that the first sense out of the 5 senses that we have through which we interact with the world, the first sense that forms in the baby when it is in the mother's womb is the hearing sense. The hearing sense. You all know the story of Abhimanyu in Mahabharata. He was in Subhadra's stomach. And Sri Krishna was talking to Subhadra about how to go into the Chakravyuha. Chakravyuha is a way of formation during war. So Wars had very, very strategic way of being fought. There were various vyuhas are formations, various vyuhas, and you need to know how to enter that and how to exit that. So the story goes that Subhadra was very interested to know, and she was listening, and all along the baby was also listening. Abhimanyu was still in mother's womb, and it is said that by the time Sri Krishna started talking about how to exit, he fell asleep. And we all know the story of Abhimanyu. So while that can be seen in okay, it happened like that, but there's a deep science in it. And the science is that the babies respond to sounds even when they're in the stomach. You may have noticed they know the sound of their mother very intimately. They know the sound of the people with whom the mother is constantly interacting with. And more than anything, they know the feeling the mother has based on those sounds. So in the traditional way of how the babies were raised in India, the raising of the baby did not start after it was born. There is a deep science called as Bhruna Shastra. Bhruna Shastra means the embryo, the science of the embryo. And right from the time of the inception and how the environment has to be for the mother is a very, very well thought out and well constructed science. And when that science is followed, you create brilliant minds. In India, brilliant mind is not a simply matter of accident. Brilliance is inherent, but how to cultivate that brilliance in life, how to bring out that brilliance in life is a science. It is not something that happens accidentally. So even the video that you saw, that baby, it already is capturing various nuances. See, the chanting, especially the Vedic chanting, has so many nuances. It's a deep science. It impregnates at a very cellular level. So that is the wonderfulness of the chanting. You will also see how it protects you, because the chant protects you in many other ways. Because when the chant gets impregnated, the meaning starts opening up naturally. I told you Sanskrit is a well-constructed language. Samskrita. One of the way of understanding that word is Samskrita. So the one which has been constructed very well. Why? Because it brings the right sanskara. So that it is meant for right sanskara, bringing the right kind of cleaning. What kind of why is that cleaning necessary? So that it can bring the awareness towards your own divine nature. So therefore, Sanskrit is called as Deva Bhasha also. So when that sound is there, meaning is naturally going to open up, because Sanskrit has been constructed that way. Unlike many languages, you see, the language we are speaking right now is English. So we all hear, hi, hello. So what does hi mean? There is no connection to the sound and the meaning. Meaning is something that you have to impress upon it. You have to know. Then only that sound and meaning makes a sense for you. Otherwise, sound is different, meaning is different. Whereas Samskrita, meaning is inherent in the sound. So when you hear jala, so there is a sense of fluidity, jala. There's a sense of fluidity. As you keep making that sound and as you sit silently and reflect on the sound, you don't even have to know the meaning. It opens up. That is how Samskrita and the words in Samskrita and the sounds in Samskrita are constructed. So learning to chant is a deep science. It's a deep sadhana by itself. It opens up various inner dimensions for you. So I just felt it's appropriate, why we have this practice of chanting. See, contemplation is about vichara, is about going deeper. But to contemplate, we need the right preparation. So the dhyana, the initial part that Shubhaji walked us through, stomach breathing. And as we go along, we'll also learn few other techniques. So all these are to calm the mind. And Sanskrit chanting is a similar sadhana at one level. And at a deeper level, it starts opening up inner dimensions of what that particular nada. So in Sanskrit, it is not that, the word is different and the meaning has to be learned separately. Though initially we may feel like that, but as you go along, as you go deeper, the nada itself has the essence of what the nada is referring to. So Samskrita is a language of the nada. Nada means vibrations. It's a language of vibrations. And that vibration, you might notice there are very few galis or very few bad words that one can utter in Samskrita. The very uttering of Samskrita somehow seems to purify. Wherever Samskrita is used, you somehow feel that environment is very pure. So like that, is the wonderful nature of Sanskrit. Yeah. So it would be really nice if we pick how to chant through this Bhagavad Gita, small, simple shlokas. It's very easy. You don't have to worry. I don't know Samskrita. You all know Samskrita. I can very confidently say. And how I can confidently say that? How can I say that?
We use a lot of words without our knowledge.
Yes, Rupaji.
Maybe because when we are speaking, there are vibrations. And as you said, Sanskrita has vibrations. The language has vibrations in it.
Correct. That is also correct. We use many words. That is also correct. Any
and
other?
Also, sir.
Yeah.
I once joined some Sanskrita class where they were only speaking in Sanskrita, no matter which language you are. Even if we did not, we have never spoken Sanskrita, we were able to understand what the lady was speaking. Because maybe it is the root of all the Indian languages.
Excellent. You see, whatever our mother tongue may be, maybe it is Kannada, maybe it is Tamil, maybe it is Telugu, maybe it is Hindi, doesn't matter, whatever our mother languages that we speak at home. But all of them have deep connection to Samskrita. The mother of most of the Indian languages. See, the linguists may fight about which language is older. That is not a matter of concern. The important thing that you just now said is just start listening to it when Sanskrit conversations are happening. Invariably, you will get 70-80% of it, because it is closer to whichever Indian mother tongue that you speak. So therefore, don't even have the feeling that I don't know. You already know. It is just that you may not be able to read the lipi. If you don't know the lipi, don't worry. There is the English lipi. But pay attention to that sound, that nada. Be with that nada. Be with that vibration. When you're chanting, just close your eyes and chant that. Listen to the chant and chant along with it. That is a great sadhana by itself. All right. So, any questions before we go on to chant this shloka? Anybody?
So no questions, but can we chant the first shloka which we reviewed today and then go to the second one?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shubhaji. And Ishaji, would you would you like to repeat after Shubhaji?
Sure, sir.
Excellent.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead, Shubhaji.
Yeah. Namostu te
Namostute
vyasa vishala buddhe
vyasa vishala buddhe
pullaravinda
pullaravinda
yatapatra netra
yatapatra netra
yena tvaya
enatvaya
bharata taila purnaha
bharata taila purnaha
prajvalito
prajvalito
jnanamaya pradipaha.
jnanamaya pradipa.
Excellent. Let's do one more round. This time, Isha ji, you may want to just simply close your eyes and slowly say along after Shubhaji. And when Isha ji is saying, let all of us also, we don't have to open our mics, let all of us also chant along with Isha ji. Yeah, go ahead, Shubhaji.
Namostute
Namostute
vyasa vishala buddhe
vyasa vikshala buddhe
pullaravinda
pullaravinda
yatapatra netra
yatapatra netra
yena tvaya
enatvaya
bharata taila purnaha
bharata taila purnaha
prajvalito
prajvalito
jnanamaya pradipaha.
jnanamaya pradipaha.
Excellent. Shall we learn the next one?
Yeah.
So Isha ji only will continue, or somebody else wants to volunteer? Isha ji, are you okay to continue?
Yes, sir.
Excellent.
Okay. Yeah. Prapanna Parijathaya
Prapanna Parijataya
Totra Vetraika Panaye
Totra Vetreka Pranaye.
Panaye.
Okay, sorry. Panaye.
Totra Vetraika Panaye
Totra Vetreka Panaye.
Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya
Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya
Gita Duhe Namaha.
Gita Mrite Duhe
Gita Duhe Namaha.
Gita Mrita Duhe Namaha.
Yes. Prapanna Parijathaya
Prapanna Parijataya
Totra Vaitraika Panaye
Totra Vaitreka Pranaye. Panaye, I'm sorry.
That's fine, that's fine. Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya
Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya
Gita Duhe Namaha.
Gita Mrite Duhe Namaha.
Yeah.
Very
We do it
nice.
again and again, it comes.
Okay.
Excellent. And you can pay attention to na and na. Yeah.
Na. Okay.
Na and na.
Na and na.
So
Okay.
this is pa naye. Totra vetraika pa naye.
Pa naye.
Ha na.
Na.
Ha.
Pa naye.
You can you can also practice by yourself also. Na 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 na. So you will see the difference. So you see, that's why most Indians are very, very sharp at picking up new languages, Ishaji. And most only English-speaking people find it very challenging to pick up Indian languages.
True,
Because
true.
these nuances are there.
Hmm.
And see how wonderfully you can easily twist, because it indicates a certain flexibility of your physiological as well as your psychological organs.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a science. Anyway, we will get lost. You want to briefly tell the meaning, Shubhaji, so that way they can contemplate and we can.
Yeah. Salutations to Krishna, the bestower of all desires of the desirees, the holder of cane to herd the cattle, and also Jnana Mudra, the milker of the elixir of Bhagavad Gita.
Excellent. So you can pick up various things. So now, initially we saluted Vyasa. Now we are saluting to Krishna. And we are saying he is the bestower of all desires. One hand is holding a cane, another Jnana Mudra. And he's the milker. He's a cowboy. And what is he milking? Elixir of Bhagavad Gita. So many references are there. So for you to, so it's like a treasure hunt. This week, you get into a treasure hunt. And we will come back with what you have found. All right. So just now before we go into the closing prayer, so just a quick feedback. Is the approach and how it is happening, is it all okay? Any feedback, any change needed by anybody?
It's going good, sir, from us.
Excellent. Okay. Raviji, Rajshekarji?
Going on well, sir.
All right. Okay, cool. Then let's end our today's session with the prayers, Shubhaji.
Yeah. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, lead me from untruth to truth, darkness to light, impermanence to permanence. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamuduchyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, that is complete. This is complete. From completeness comes completeness. When completeness is removed from completeness, what remains is complete. Om, peace, peace, peace. Nanu, nanembudu, nanalla, ideha manabuddhi nanalla, Satchidanandatma, Shivananu nane, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I am Satchidananda Swarupi, Shiva. Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. Antarjyotihi, Bahirjyotihi, Pratyajyotihi, Paratparaha, Jyotireva Jyotihi, Swayam Jyotihi, Atmajyoti, Shivosmyaham. I am the supreme light of awareness, illuminating the outer world of objects, inner world of thoughts, and deep sleep state. I am the divine light of the nature of auspiciousness, Shiva Swarupi. Atmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Satyadarshanam. Recognition of the self is recognition of the whole. Recognition of the whole is recognition of truth. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, may we all be protected. May we all be nourished. May we all together sharing our energies. May our intellect be sharpened. May we be friends forever. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayaha. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhave. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, may all be prosperous and happy. May all be free from illness. May all see what is uplifting. May no one suffer. May there be well-being in all. May there be peace in all. May there be completeness in all. May there be auspicious in all. Om, peace, peace, peace. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy, healthy, and peaceful. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Hari
you,
Om.
Shubhamji.
Thank you, everyone. Hari Om.